right, we are live and ready to go. How is everybody tonight?
Doing
I'm
all
doing
right.
well. Ready for some gaming.
Perfect. So we have 2 out of 3 tests complete.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Testies.
Perfect, and we have sound. All right,
You're real
so
quiet.
there we go. All right, so it has been a couple weeks. We have all slept and eaten since the last time we got together. So let's do a little bit of a recap. Turn on Jingo's camera with the cool new background. I was in the middle of changing my background actually
Oh, that was my Spelljammer background.
to the old down of flame. There we go. All right. So when last we met, our group of intrepid adventurers had just returned from a different part of the bubble cities here in the burning archipelago, and they had been tasked to retrieve or rather escort a group of chips that were coming to the gaming complex. They had received some information that they might possibly be attacked, and so they wanted to add a little extra security. Taza Nepobo, who is a Shirin, she and is also the um, vice president of gaming, offered them chips or credits they to do the job. They successfully thwarted an attack. Found out it was brass dragons who had done the attack, and escorted them back. Spent the night, got back, spent the night in the room, their hotel room, and as they were getting ready to leave, they have a meeting with Taza to go get paid. And they, as they were getting ready to leave, there was a knock on the door, and some more brass dragons attacked. And they have just finished off the last of those attackers. And that is where we left off. I did skip quite a few things. Is there anything else anybody wants to mention?
No. Doc went around stabbing all the people with stuff. And I don't know. It
Drugs.
was cool. He gave all of them drugs.
Exactly.
Got them the good stuff.
That he did. All right, and we did. Let me type a quick message.
Let me just now realize that I muted myself. I've been talking this entire time and I've been muted.
I do that all the time.
Well, because the mute button is just on my headpiece and not actually like in Discord, so it doesn't show me as muted. So then I forget that I'm muted sometimes.
Why can't you just
Yep,
use the
gotcha.
game mute then? Why don't
Hmm?
you why don't you just use the game muting then?
Yeah, we can
Cause it's
barely hear you. It's like you're really far away.
it might be my voice.
No, it's not you.
Oh, it's
No,
Reno.
you're
No.
talking
We can
about
rarely
oh
hear him.
Reno.
Yes. And
Is
My
your
man,
mic
you're at
near your mouth?
200%.
my
I
mic
can't
is
hear you.
different. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Anyway, so I sent you a whisper, Zoya. When you get a chance, if you could shoot me back.
Testing.
Um, say that again. Reno, do the test. can't hear you at all. Okay. All right. So within moments, a drone had appeared
Sorry.
and
Can
was
you guys hear me that better?
yes,
Yes.
yep, and was you guys had tried to screw with it, and it was just hovering out there as you guys drug the bodies out into the hallway. And about 3 minutes later, two security people show up. Click, click. What? Okay, never mind. I thought I had a image quick and handy, but I do not. So the two people come in, and you see that one of them comes over to you all, and Bali and Doc, are you two still out in the hallway like you are in the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they come up. They say, "Where is table?"
Ugh.
That
All right.
going on.
So he comes up, and you see a human. The other one is a basically a djinn from the fire plane. Probably um, like most of the higher echelon here at the gaming complex. Um, Members of the Vestrani family and friends and stuff are all from the fire plane. Uh, but the human comes up, says, is looking at a data pad. You must, I presume you are Doc Dade. And he sort of holds it up and compares an image of you with
That would be
struck to
me.
me.
Yes.
On behalf of the Vestrani Gaming Complex, I wish to extend my apologies for this rude interruption. If you would simply um, bear with us for a few moments while we run some investigation. And you see the other one is there, and he pulls up opens up and unfolds this almost like a floating table in front of him that has a full keyboard and three different screens. And he starts tapping away, and you see on the screens that are see-through in front of him, you see the camera feed from down the hall as and it zips back, and you see and he's moving and typing and manipulating the things. It shows exactly what happened from the the hallway, and you see different readouts along the bottom, and it goes through, shows you, and then it ends sort of at double speed, and then it ends with you dragging the bodies out into the hallway, and the other one says something in a calm, and he says, "Our investigation is complete." Uh, he sort of looks at everybody, and let me look at the combat tracker again. Here we go. Bali is
Your investigation is complete, but we will be looking into this matter. This is a severe security violation, especially since you took away most of our weapons. How did these people get in here with them?
What I meant to
Yeah.
say is that you are free to go to your meeting with Miss Napobo. Uh, our investigation of you and your group is complete. We will be continuing our investigation to determine and answer those exact questions. And you hear a blip on your comm, and he says, if you wish to file any formal complaints, there is the link to do so.
Oh, I will. I will.
For real. Investigation of us, the nerve.
You know, Doc, I'm not too sure how comfortable I am with staying at this complex now that we've been attacked here, what, twice now?
Yeah,
The
no
horror of
doubt.
it. I'm not sure I feel safe.
I'm sure I do.
Any kind of illicit activities or whoring is not allowed on the facility. You can go next door if you wish to.
You say whoring?
You
Yes,
sure did.
that is what
Okay. I'm just double checking.
is in response to what Bali said.
I'm all good. Just want to make sure what you said.
What?
Bali
I'm so
said the horror of
confused.
it, so he responded.
That was Fen responding. That wasn't that guy.
So he goes over and they start talking, and he then goes over and starts doing a scan of the different people. You see he scans the irises of all the different the dead people, um, and you see a team arrives about 5 minutes later, uh, and they have these long sticks that drop down, and to floating gurneys. They put the bodies on. They hit some buttons and a
Hey, Gurney.
an opaque shield appears around them, so you can't see what's in it, and they remove the bodies. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm thinking about getting other accommodations. Let's go to this meeting.
You would
Yeah.
stop. Let's go to
I
the
I don't even remember where I am on the map. Did you push one or
you're on
am I?
you're on the couch room.
Oh yeah, I thought
In the
I had
country?
said before that I got up to help them move the bodies out of the room at least.
Okay,
So did I,
feel
but
free
my
to
I
move
think
body.
you
around.
did do that. I think the bodies were out in the hallway already, right?
Ish. I thought there were a couple in the room. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
No, I think
Um,
we already moved them out to the hallway. Is what I meant to say.
Zoya's probably hearing Doc saying that she's probably already looking through, finding what other combinations there are.
Once they're gone, Bali kind of, I'm gonna be honest, Doc. I was playing up how unsafe I felt here because they've already compensated us once for that first attack, right?
Sure. Well, let's go talk to their boss. The sooner we conclude our business, the sooner we can be done with this whole affair.
Agreed.
So a
Indeed.
quick shout out to everybody. Welcome. We've got Atomic and Steve, the best DM,
Mick.
stopping by to say hello.
Howdy, hey.
Nice.
Hey.
A little
Ew.
teaser for next week, as presuming we're able to meet up and finish what we want to do. Steve, the best DM, may be joining us next week in our Dead Zones campaign. So,
Woo!
Yay.
um, so as you
Assuming we don't scare them away.
so you head down
We can sure try.
toward her office, and I need to pull up my requested roles. Select all.
Bless
All right,
you.
so you
Thanks,
guys
you.
have about 2 minutes. You have just enough time to get to the meeting. And as you're heading there, though that actually wasn't a DC, I was just rolling to see.
Or Twitch.
Random roll.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing
Soya.
Zoya. All right, so Orendor.
Yes.
Bless you.
Right.
Thank you.
Here we go. Boom.
Right, where am I? Let's
Oops,
see here.
hold on a second. I have to type it correctly or Mantha will mock me. There we go.
Probably.
Mantha will probably mock you anyway.
Man, you're
Probably.
such a bully. Don't bully the DM. They usually retaliate in not so pleasant ways.
See, what I got for bullying the DM was being made chief moderator. So, I don't know. Kind of evens out, doesn't it?
So as you guys are heading through the gaming tables and around the outside, LKK tell peas. Okay, go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm seeing Lurwin is walking through the archway here. Is he coming towards us? He's just
No,
there.
she's walking. She's on the other side of the gaming complex, heading toward the racing table.
Okay.
Okay,
But
where's
I
that
identify
at?
her.
I don't have that.
There is no
Nobody has
map
it
right
on.
now.
Oh, okay. We're just going by memory. Got ya.
So you guys look up real quick and you see her. She's stepping down toward the racing table.
Is she the woman that owns the ship we need?
She is.
Oh,
So you have a meeting with Taza, and you now have seen. Now you see your quarry for the first time.
For the
So
first
what would you guys
time.
like to do?
Valley, while we go to the meeting, can you keep an eye on that woman? Don't let her out of your sight.
I can do that. It's a very good idea that you left that open ended. In a hey, can you go check her out? And then he'd walk away afterwards. So,
Yeah,
what if she objects though?
hmm?
What do you do if she objects to you following her around or whatever?
She's not
I'd have
supposed
to
to.
care about that for that to be an issue.
Right. That's what I'm saying. All right, never mind.
I think she'd first have to notice me, right?
True.
I hope you're sneaky. We don't really have a sneaker.
He's a little sneaky. Just a little bit. So, Bali will go ahead. And is she in like a certain part of the complex?
Yep, she's
I'm
at the
sorry,
racing tables.
okay. Bali will go ahead and like I think he's going to go to I don't remember what else there was. But to one of the other games that's nearby and like mostly just watch what's going on. But he is not like seriously gambling. He's mostly just kind of keeping an eye out on her. If that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, so for reference, this
Thank
is
you.
the gaming floor, and the
Nice.
gaming table is that thing sort of right in the middle, right there. You guys are going behind the climbing wall to the elevators that are back there.
Okay. Bali is then at like I think those are slot machines on the right side. So he will sit at one of the ones towards the end so that he can keep an eye on the racing tables.
Yes, though they are holo slots.
Yeah.
Meteorite roulette on the top and skimmer tables on the left.
That's it.
All right, so um, so Bali's staying behind, the rest of you going up, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so just for S and G, Bali, you can either give me either a disguise, bluff, or I'd say even a culture check to try, or stealth, one of those four, to try to blend in, depending on the way that you're going to do it.
Okay. He'll for sure go for stealth in that case. Because that's what he actually has ranks in. Do you want that in the tower?
No, you'll be able to pretty much tell how well you're doing. You're not trying to hide, you're trying to blend in and not be noticed. So if she keeps staring at you, then you know you failed.
If we make eye contact, it's gonna get real awkward.
Who knows? It could have been love at first sight.
Right.
Maybe she's into six-legged fuzzy skidamandas. You never know.
Hey, everybody is.
That's where you need the careless whisper drop. All right, so Sven's silliness. I have the table up. 14 is the Dragon Ninja Mask. All right.
Woo.
So as you guys head up the table, up the elevator, and into Taza's office.
There we go.
So this one does not light up, but and it makes my voice all weird, but at least I can see, unlike a lot of the other masks where I can't see very well. Start the timer on Sven's silliness.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will be right back.
All right, so come into the office. She is on a personal communicator, held up to her ear, and she motions you all to come in, and sort of half turns, finishes her conversation, turns back around. Well, I apologize for the mishap this morning. It looks like the heist made you some enemies.
Doctor's gonna kind of stare at her with a go on.
I appreciate your work. I understand the brass dragons were showed up. I'm glad they weren't a problem for you all. I also thank you for not destroying our vehicles.
Okay, Ms. Napovo, let's dispense with the pleasantries and get right on to business. We did what you asked. Now we want what you promised us.
As somebody who has not been here for the entire thing, I've forgotten what was promised to us.
We are trying to, well, the woman that Bally is following, yeah, owns a ship that can go into the deep corona of the sun, and her ship has been impounded by this casino for debts that woman owed, and we made an arrangement with this woman in that regard.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks.
All right,
But
and I
even if
need.
we are able to acquire the ship, having the person that knows how to operate it and being in their good graces would probably go a long way towards us accomplishing our goal. That's why I want to keep an eye on that woman. How do you do it?
Gotcha.
All right, so she says, "Well, of course." I'm just trying to find the. This is one of the frustrations with this particular module is they do not have things very well written. So you have to skip around and find all these different locations of she talks to you here and offers you this much. Then the actual event happens here. And when you return, it's here. And it's all over the place. So
Yes, I know how it's
just
in
trying to
book
find.
form. It's not as confusing, but it's harder to keep track of in the
Well, it's easier to flip through in book form.
exactly, and it gives you page numbers.
Here it is. All right. So she offered to give you 1,000 credits each, or um, the equivalent in chips. And she gave you, a total of 2,000 credits each, half in advance,
2,000
half
credits
when
is
you
a
return.
lot of money.
And so
Definitely a lot of money.
what are the rolls you guys just did? I have two. I need two more rolls.
I
There
did
we go.
mine right.
All right. So Zoya and Doc, you notice as she's speaking, she looks up and does like a pregnant pause, looking at the security camera in the corner, just with her eyes. And she says, "Well, of course, I'm. I'll be glad to transfer those credits to your account, unless you all changed your mind and wanted the chips."
No.
And then her personal communicator that she was talking on bleeps again, and she types something on her computer, her holo screen that's in front of her does have an opaque black. Right now it's set to where you can't see through it. Um, and she says, "Oh, I have to take this. It'll just be 2 minutes." And she walks out of the room.
Let's get out of this room now. Is there another exit?
So, Zoya and Doc, you realize that she left the computer unlocked for you all while she was gone.
Oh.
I see. All right,
Oh.
I will
Nice of her.
slide behind the Twitch. Can you hack that camera? Maybe make it show something else while I'm doing this.
On it.
And see if
All
I
right,
can.
Hey,
so
wait,
Um,
with my computer port, I don't fully understand how it works. So I can plug basically my port into another computer. Can I download stuff from one to another without like being at it? or is it just
Do you have remote hack? Is that what you mean? Oh, you have a data port because you're a
Yeah.
cyborg, right?
She has a well, she has a physical data port that comes out of her neck and can plug into the computer. And basically, what it does allows you to just think commands and access the computer that way. Um, and yes, you can transfer data back and forth. You don't have a huge memory, but you can transfer it to your data pad that you are connected to as well. So an external data,
hard drive, basically?
right?
Yeah.
And
Twitch
Okay.
is better at
Twitch, yes, go
computer
ahead
than
and
I
give me
am.
a computers check. I'm sorry, it's engineering.
Is it engineering?
Yes, to hack into the security camera. Yes.
Okay.
Zoya will probably help with that. I'm pretty sure my hacking's pretty high.
All right, go ahead and give me an engineering check, Zoya.
Okay.
What about or
All right, so
what?
um, actually, so anytime either Twitch or Zoya, anytime you want to assist somebody, it is automatic because the roll to assist is 10. Both of you have higher than 10 ranks anyway, so it's
Okay.
automatic. And rolling a
Okay.
20 doesn't help you, rolling a 1 doesn't hurt you, so it's just say I'm going to assist, and that gives them a +2. All right, so with that +2, you are able to turn
Hey.
get into the computer. Into the
Security
security
camera.
camera, and it's
But
not high enough to make it loop, but it is high enough to sort of make it blurry and glitch for a moment.
okay.
And Doc, with that 27, you are able to see that she left on the screen. There is a some text and stuff, and you're able to see that Lurian owes 75,000 chips. She's in debt for 75,000 chips, and that the ship is in a special garage on site. So there's a main garage, and then where everybody parks, and there's a separate garage, and that's where her ship is. So
This might be beyond my hacking skill, but can I zero her balance?
you don't have time.
Okay.
Might be a little
Fair enough.
obvious
Fair
too.
enough. I don't
All
care.
right. All
It
right.
came from the
So
boss's computer, right?
the 2 minutes are up. So Twitch, are you gonna revert the camera back?
Yep.
All right, and I assume everybody's gonna get back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so she comes back in. I apologize for that. I try my best not to interrupt my meetings. But it was very important that I take that. As we were saying, the credits. Would anybody care for chips, or are you going with the credits?
All right. It's the same amount either way, right?
No. Basically the difference is with chips, you can gamble and spend them on site. When you leave, you then convert them back to credits. And there is a here it is. Okay, so
Taking a healthy amount off the top.
the trying to get the actual. I want to say it's 4-1.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty steep exchange rate.
No, not the exchange rate. I'm saying if you have 1,000 credits, it would be 4,000 chips.
Yeah, that's how exchange rate works, 4-1.
But when you actually exchange it, it's a 10%.
Oh, they take a 10% fee as well. I just
Correct.
if
ready.
we took it in chips, would the chips be enough to pay off the ship?
So with so with the five of you, you would have 40,000 chips.
And her debt is 75.
All right. This woman has come back into the office, right?
Yes. She sat back down at her desk, and you see her
I,
do a
I'm
couple
not a
things
great
and
persuader. Do we have anybody
interact with the
that's
computer.
really good at diplomacy negotiation?
So you would know that um, the let me look at the skills because it's not always just the. Here we go. So diplomacy, you are the best at diplomacy.
I got a -1. She's not a great talker.
All right.
And
I'm
Bali's
gonna
out in the lobby, so.
I'm going to
Orndor is second.
ask her to give me a moment, and then I'm going to text my companion and say, in text, I'm going to offer her, if you guys are cool with this, our whole 40,000 balance on chips against that ship, and hope she'll just take it. But if you guys would rather cash out for the money, I'm okay with that too, and we won't go with my plan. What do you think?
Wait, so you want to offer
You
what?
use all of our chips to pay toward the debt for the ship.
I'm gonna make her an all or nothing, take it or leave it offer for here. We
Yeah.
got 40,000 on the table.
40,000 now versus
40,000
75
right now
fee.
to buy this debt out. And I'm gonna,
Uh,
but
It's that all
I
the money
said
and
we're
the
discussing this via text, but she's seeing us all sit here and tap our thumbs.
well, except for probably Zoya. She probably got her port back in her head. But yeah, you can see her eyes moving, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, saying as long as we're not verbal.
No,
But if
I
you're
think go.
okay with that, we'll move with that plan. All she can do is say no.
I think
I'd say go for it. It's more than half what the debt is owed.
I would be okay with that. I don't see an issue with that necessarily.
That's what Bali types in the chat because he's like in the group.
Yep, he is in the group. That's why I did it in chat because he can do it from the table. So, all right, Mr. Pogo, we have come to the consensus that we want to make you an offer. Right now, you owe us a balance of 40,000 chips. We would like to tender that in exchange for the release of the ship we need. I know it's not the entire debt, but be real. Do you have actually have a chance to recover that entire debt?
The Vestrani gaming complex has many ways to acquire and obtain people's balances that are owed them. However, I would not be the one that you would need to speak to. Sigal Vestrani, he is the vice president of facilities here. He is the one who actually has the ship, and so if you speak to him, he would be the one that can possibly take that offer.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Can you arrange a meeting?
So she types in some information and says, "Looks like he has. We'll be able to speak with you in an hour and a half."
Splendid.
And she stands, says, I thank you again for your assistance in this matter with the chips. I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here.
Thank you very much. And as we're on the way out, I'm googling that guy's name. See if I can find out anything about him.
Well,
Okay, go ahead and give me
Segal
a
Pastrani.
correct.
yeah, the complex is named after him.
Oh, after the whole family, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
All right, so you guys, where are you guys going once you leave our offices?
Let's head back down to the casino.
I was going to say gambling.
Twitch. I mean, not Twitch. Bally, do you still have eyes on our pilot?
Do I?
You do.
I do.
I'm going to go play a slot machine, see if I can win some more money.
Ooh.
Maybe we can sweeten the deal a little bit.
And Bali has been gambling this whole time. He would probably have had to use what is it? What are they called?
Chips?
Credits
Chips.
instead of chips because he does not have any chips left. So he probably at some point converted some over to be gambling while he's doing this.
And
Zoya
here's
will probably be with Bali or Twitch. I don't know if they're gonna be in the same area, but she probably isn't gonna be gambling, but she'll watch. She finds it fascinating how it works.
and here's Parker for the Parker redemption.
Meanwhile, if Zoya's with Bali, he's just telling her how fun it is to pull the stick. He's like, and when you pull the stick, all these dials start moving, and then there's buttons that light up, and you can press those. And sometimes, if you press them right, you get more flashing lights.
Zoya will probably nod, like, all right.
So you guys, so what's the plan? One of you is going to gambling. What are the rest of you doing? Who is talking to
I'm
Lurian?
I'm going to go gambling, but who's going to talk to Lorian?
I will go talk to
Doc.
Well, I
Oh,
think
Do
if
you,
Doc's
do
going to
you
go
need my
talk to
company?
her, I'd like to go with him.
Okay.
Do you want a company or not?
let's not. I mean, be in the vicinity. Well, we don't know what kind of person she is.
Right. So you're going to go by yourself?
No. But if we just roll up on her as a mob, that could be pretty intimidating.
No, it's just you and me because everybody else is going to the casino.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm in the casino right now.
Well, Bali says she wanted to go up too.
That's fine.
All
I'm
right.
gambling.
I'll go up to her and she's sitting at one of the gaming tables at the racing table, right?
Yes.
I will wait until there's a space next to her and I'll step up to the table and look it over and then kind of take out one of our Midnight Core business cards, one with my name on it, and slide it across to her and say, we have business that might interest you.
So I didn't contact the Midnight Corps for anything.
No, you did not. We have been looking for you and your ship. I understand you are an expert at deep dives into the sun.
And
Oh,
she sort of looks around, says, and sort of almost mockingly, "Not here, not here," and come with me. And so she leads you out, um, turns in her banks her chips, and
Did she get
steps outside
any good
to.
winnings?
She doesn't exchange them; she banks them, turns
Oh,
them in,
okay,
and she'll pick them back up when she comes back.
gotcha.
Heads over to a smoothie stand.
Ooh,
Don't count your
smoothies.
money while you're sitting at the table.
That's for sure, gambler.
Give me a moment. Oh, and by the way, with your I didn't see a computer's check for the search on
Oh, I
Seagal.
was waiting. I was waiting. I didn't want to just throw it out
There we
of
go,
hand.
27.
There you go.
So
Need mine too?
his you don't find out a whole lot. You should know that he is part of the family, and um, he is a technomancer,
Oh,
Ooh.
and he's in charge of running things. With 27, um, you find there are various different pictures of him. You see, and I buried it somewhere. There it is.
Ooh.
He married into the family about 25 years ago and has risen up the ranks fairly well because of his skills, not only as a technomancer, but also um, you see that there are different pictures of him and his wife. They have 2 children, and there are different functions that he's been to, and you see pictures of the Vestrani Gaming Complex leadership, and there's group photos of those and little small portraits of them as well, um, but nothing else of any real interest or value that you find. All right, so this is
He's
not what I
not
needed.
part of an international puppy kicking consortium or something like that.
You don't find any kind of dirt like that on him. You're not able to hack or find anything that's out of the
Fair
ordinary on that.
enough. If there's anything, it's buried deep.
Yeah, with a family that powerful.
All right.
Now, would I be able to suss out more than might normally be available because of my connections and stuff?
Yeah, you can check the. You can roll a profession roll if you want.
Okay, profession roll would be what, dexterity?
Nope, you have a profession
Oh, profession.
on your skills page.
Yeah. Where's
Um,
the profession?
okay, I lied. You don't. I could have sworn we had set that up for you.
Nope. Nay,
All
nay,
right, so
pretty.
looking at the combat tracker, you have culture checks. So -5 DC to culture checks. So it's a culture check.
Okay, -5. Well,
excuse me.
okay, culture check.
Not -5 to the roll,
There
-5
it
to
is.
the DC,
Right. So
What do you
just
mean?
roll.
which
Just roll a
means
culture
that
check.
it's easier for you.
Oh, well, okay, I may have just did it anyway. Doesn't matter.
All right, so you got an 11.
Okay, that's not enough, right?
So you're able. Um, you check your sources and you look at where you are. He has not left the burning archipelago in probably 30 years. So he is not part of any other circles or in an Absalom Station muckety mucks. So he's not part of the circles you run in, so you're not able to find anything different than what Doc is able to find.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, so the way things work in when I try to do it officially, you have different attitudes and when you're talking to people, and so mechanically, here it is. She's indifferent. So with
Okay.
diplomacy check, or if you want to like give her some chips or something, then you would improve her attitude to helpful. If you piss her off, then she can become hostile. So,
I'll try diplomacy.
okay,
I got. I mean, it's not high, but it's high.
I presume Doc is trying to help.
I am.
What is
Being no
your
stinking
total
help.
ranks in diplomacy?
My ranks in diplomacy are +9.
9.
So I can't get
So
less
you
than
automatically um,
aid.
aid.
And Bali
Okay,
would
well, I got
also
a
like to
21
help
plus.
out. He has a +6, so he needs to
Crap.
roll.
Sorry for the noise.
Okay, so go ahead, Polly. All right, so with your +4, you have a 25. So what kind of things are you telling her to try to get her to? She's so as you sit down, she orders a smoothie, and what is this about my ship that you're? How do you even know about it?
Well, how we know about it is irrelevant, but um, we're representing the Deep Cultures Institute, and we're looking for a way to get deeper into the sun. And your name and your ship is kind of been, floated on the infosphere, but we tracked
Okay.
you here and found out that your ship is currently tied down in some debt. Um, we're working towards trying to get your ship out from under that debt. Um, if you would be willing to help, you know, I'm sure the Midnight Corps would pay you a decent sum for a trip into the sun, provided
Yeah.
we can get your ship loose in order to hire you.
All right, and Dorian, what are you trying to do? What are you talking? You're the one who's made the roll. So what are your thoughts and
Man.
what are you trying to explain?
Um, I guess I'm trying to make her less neutral and more on our side by casual conversation and seeing her constitution and whatnot, so that when Doc and everybody else talks to him or her, I'm sorry, they'll have more of a persuasive possibility. That's my intention. Socially, just being a companion and just loosening her up a little bit. That's my intention.
All right, so as you guys talk to her, she starts to loosen up a little bit, and she says, "Well, first of all, I'm not. I'm more of an engineer. I'm not going to go back down there, just for quite a while at least. So if you want to go artifact hunting for the deep divers, you're welcome to, but uh, I'm not going to be going with you."
So we can use
Now,
your ship.
like before, I have specific questions.
Why don't
So
you want to
for
go back down there?
what you've offered already,
Is she offering her
um,
ship as well? Is the question.
so she says, and you know, it's not my ship. She sort of does air quotes, as these goons will tell you. All I did was design and build the thing. She says sarcastically. They're the ones who put up the creds, so they say it's theirs. I figured they have a stash somewhere here in their garage. They're probably scratching in their heads right now, trying to figure out what to do with it. The morons will probably chop it up for parts.
I don't know. I think somebody would be willing to pay handsomely for somebody that knew a ship
Are
as
you
well as you
saying
do.
there's a trick to operating your ship that they don't know about?
Absolutely, there's nothing like it. That's why, if there were others, that's why I can go down into the sun.
Oh, I'm sure it's
Is
guarded. What
she
do they
loaning
got
it to?
guarding it?
So this is these are the questions that they have prompted you with. So if you want to, dadgummit, it would be nice if I was a faster typer and I could just type these things in. I apologize for the
Yes,
delay,
practice sheet.
So,
Let's
but
practice for typing.
this is so you're asking about, well, you see, it's small, not like other ships, and just the parts it needs. I modeled it after the cones of Triaxian evergreens. Their seeds pop out in intense heat of fire. Get it?
okay.
And
So you know where they're keeping it, right? Are they watching it? And I assume also that it is not a gambling debt on your part, as you have just said. They made it seem like you owed them money from gambling and they took the ship from you. But you're saying that they funded it?
well, it's actually both. See, so getting back to your first question, she says, well, you don't want to mess with the Vestranis. They aren't known for their sense of humor, if you know what I'm talking about. If they have the diver here, it's in their garage, tucked in tight with all those other rich folks' ships. And so then, 1 second. Here it is. And as you ask her about the money, she said, well, see, I came here to celebrate my recent success. I got this. I was on a roll. The money I made from the last find I made, I couldn't lose. It was incredible. I got this great tip on this Enercycle race, so I put the whole thing up for 75,000 chips. Use it as collateral, so I could really cash in. But that damn racer piloting my cycle pushed too hard, blew the core, and lost. So sure enough, those bastards took my ship. If I don't get it back, it's as good as gone. Um,
Yeah.
and she sort of, you can tell that she's really emotional, and she takes a long drink of her smoothie.
How much money towards the ship do you have?
Well, they'll have to pay attention if we offer, say, 50,000 in chips. Anything less, and we'll have to cut some kind of deal. I'm down to my last 2,000 chips myself.
You say
But
they're going to want at least 50?
they don't know what to do with it. And so, if I can pay off my debt, I can buy it back from them. With the luck I've been having, I'm due for a big win. If you want to spot me some money, we can be partners, and I'm sure
I
I can get the rest of the money.
I don't think so. I am not a gambler.
You
The
said
story
you
of
had,
every gambler ever, though.
I am a risk taker, but I am not a gambler.
you said you have 2,000, and you think you can get 50,000 from that?
I don't really have a choice. I'm due for a big win. I can feel it.
I think you do have a choice. I think that working with us from the Midnight Corps might help you out quite a bit.
Are you thinking of running a scam on the casino?
What?
To whom are you talking, addressing that last question? Are you talking to Bali? Or are you talking to her?
I'm talking to Bali.
Uh,
No, he was like, hey, we should convince her to go with us. So, no, he's being genuine. He's trying to get her to work with us.
I was just
And
wondering
I
if
actually,
maybe you thought we could run a scam on the casino for the money.
I think that, we could try. You gotta try everything once, right? But I
Well,
think maybe right now might
Not
not be the time
everything.
for that.
I will
Not
say that
everything.
if we fail at such a thing, we're likely going to be space debris drifting into the sun.
Mm.
So,
yeah, Zoya is like,
probably
don't
not a
don't
good
scam the
idea.
scammers.
And I mean, and he kind of turns to Larry and like he's like grim all of a sudden, which is like a little weird to see on a Skittermander. And he says, and he is like trying to intimidate her in that, oh my gosh, these guys are so scary. And I mean, what they always say, the house always wins, and I see that you care so much about that ship of yours, and oh gosh, what do you think'll happen to it? They'll definitely scrap it for parts, because once they can't figure it out, I mean,
They
it's just
certainly
a big
won't
hunk of
make as
junk to
much
them.
money selling it for parts as they would selling it outright. But we don't have the capital right now to buy it, not without leveraging something that we have. And I don't know what we have other than our ship, and I'm not leveraging that.
No, no.
I think well, uh,
Now, does
first off, I do wanna
does
see if Bali, like, trying to, like, scare her worked a little bit, because he's kind of good at that.
You can roll an intimidation check if you want.
Yeah.
So, what is your goal besides scaring
He
her? I mean, she's already working with you guys. She's already being helpful. What are you trying to get her to do?
he's trying to, like, I guess, scare her into, like, "Oh my gosh, these guys are so big that her only option is to come with us and work with us."
So,
So
what did
you're
you all
basically
have in
trying to
mind?
back her
What
in
did
a
you want to
corner.
do?
well, first, you know where they're keeping the ship. How well do they have it locked down?
I don't have any specifics. I don't know where it is. It's probably in the big main garage over there.
Is there anything in particular we need to know about how to fly it?
She did say it was special.
What do you know about Thicketite?
What?
Well, see, it's right. The thing that's special about the ship is right there in the name, Sundiver. And I mean, I took it in. truth is, it can go way deeper than any other ship. See, I came up with, well, like I said, what do you know about Sikatite? So anybody who you can give me a DC 22 engineering or mysticism check.
Oh, what? Oh, mysticism.
Mysticism or engineering?
Oh, my rolls. Crap.
I don't have a
Oh,
good
yeah.
shot.
Missed it by that much.
Nope.
That was a bad roll.
All right, so
Yeah,
Orindor,
Doc has no ranks in
you're
mysticism.
able to answer her question about Sikatite, and so
Okay.
she launches into this long monologue of technobabble, like mutually inductive matrix of interwoven nanothreads of bivalent Sikatite that generates a countervalent synchronic field, transforming the electromagnetic forces of the sun into power and healing.
There you go.
Basically,
Did any of you
this
catch that?
you are able to determine that because this special material that the ship's hull is made of, it trans and the way that the AI is set up, and the way that she engineered it, she's able to use the forces of the radiation and the intense gravity that would normally crush other ships and use it to power the ship and help
Right.
work the ship.
Sweet.
So the
So how
answer
much
to
did it
Doc.
cost to build that ship?
So and as she and with Bali, she says, let's just say it's magic and leave it at that.
It's magic.
No, I think I know where you're coming from. It's like when I get hit, I turn that into like extra exergy, and then I use that to hit other people harder. That
Um,
makes sense. Of all the people, Bali, like, that is his class. That's what he does. He gets hit and then hits him back harder.
So basically, stepping back for a moment, you have two choices. You can try to get the extra 10,000. You're going to be talking to the guy later in half an hour now, Segal Pastrani. Anyway, so you can talk to him, maybe see if you can convince him to let it go for 40 that you have. Um, or you could try to break into the garage and try to steal it. So
Zoya will probably say, let's
talk
meet with
amongst
the
yourselves
guy.
for a second while I go get the cloak.
Zoya will probably want to meet the guy first and see what they say before we try a heist of any sort.
If
Yeah.
we meet with him first and it doesn't
And
go well for us,
if it
he
gets
will
stolen
probably be
after.
on alert, making the heist even more difficult.
That's
I'd
true.
still rather go negotiate with him.
I don't want to make any more unnecessary enemies.
Yeah, well, we have a reputation as well.
Ugh.
I
It's
mean,
not
I'm
like
up for whatever you guys want to do.
Bali's just here for the joyride.
He's here for the ride.
Yikes.
He's still got a smoothie from the smoothie bar, sipping on
Ooh,
it.
I want one of those.
I think we should go to negotiations first, and if it goes wrong, even if it does boost the heist
Let's do that.
more, I think it's the safer bet first.
Certainly.
Because
Yeah,
either way, a
I
heist
mean,
is gonna suck. What's a little more suck?
okay, so the credits suck when you're trying to, or the chips suck when you're trying to turn them back into credits. So
Mhm.
like, if
for
we
the
pool
casino.
together our money, how much more can we get in that She said we probably need at least 50,000, 350,000.
Yeah.
Do we think that we can get to that extra 10,000 chips?
I think I could probably get some from my situation.
I don't even know how much money I have, so. What's
I have
new
connections, man.
TV?
Don't know the honest.
I don't have a lot.
I have
And
We have none in the
722.
party
well,
sheet.
I thought you said the total was 40.
That's
So
Yeah,
you have
what
to
we
touch
have.
base with Twitch before you go to your meeting with Ronnie. Because Twitch has been gambling for the last hour while you're talking to Lurian. Maybe Twitch has had some good luck.
Oh, maybe.
That's true too.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Well, you have a communicator. You can say something. Certainly.
Well,
Well, she
I'm
hasn't
she
been
doesn't
told.
know. She
in
doesn't
contact
know whether
with
Twitch is
Lurian.
good luck.
I know nothing of
Well,
what's going
And you're
on
just
between you and Lurian.
well, I think maybe if we're gonna make a decision on this, we should have all of us here for the decision. Probably,
like,
you know,
yes, indeed.
thumbs
All right.
up. Starts walking
So
back over to where Twitch
we'll
is.
switch scenes over to where Twitch is, and go ahead and answer some of those questions. Um, how much are you betting? Minimum 50 chips, up to a maximum of 500.
Let's bet. Oh, let me see what I have in here. Hang on.
Before you just come up with a number.
I have 1,100 chips, so let's go 300.
Okay. I need 3d6.
3d6. 3.
Those are pretty nice.
Thank you.
Oh, and Bali, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
So I have about 1,800 credits on me. So like I said, I can probably make a phone call and get more temporarily. Spend back yet? I guess not.
All right. So, Bali, you happen to notice while you were sitting there um, with your check, you are trained in engineering, correct?
Yes, I have one rank.
Okay.
I'm trained. That's called training.
Like this.
So there's one of they have, like in most casinos, there are several banks. So they'll have 3 or 4 of the same slot grouped next to each other in different locations. Some of the more popular slots will be grouped together. And one of them features the kakarikis, which are these. I'm trying to find a picture. There's a little. Okay. Yeah. All right. So they don't have pictures of them, but they're little, like sort of like a primate, sort of like monkey things, with these long tails. And there's,
Okay.
as you're sitting there, you notice that every few dozen plays, the animated kakiriki's tails subtly shift and signal what the next result is going to be. You're guessing that somebody programmed these. And so what that means, are you going to tell Twitch?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of
All right.
course.
He's
So go
like,
ahead and give me a second roll, 3d6.
Okay.
I couldn't do anything about this earlier since I was keeping an eye on our friend here, but if you watch those tails and they kind of tick to the side a little bit, go ahead and bet high on that next roll, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Very good. Thank you. Kindly.
All right, so your first attempt is if you don't win anything. So go ahead and give me another. How much are you going to? Are you take away 300, and then go ahead and how much are you going to bet? So this takes about 15-20 minutes of simulates 15-20 minutes of playing time.
Okay. Has the tail done its little twitch yet?
Yes, this is you trying to figure out and trying to match it. It just allows you to have a reroll.
All right. Let's do 600.
Okay. Give me another 3d6.
I believe in you.
All right. So 3, 4, 5 are 3 consecutive numbers. Go ahead and roll again. Let's see if you can get better than that. So you're looking for 3 identical numbers, 3 consecutive numbers, and then if they're rolled in order, oh, I'm sorry, 2 identical numbers. You did that before, so you got your 300 back.
Okay.
So you got 3 consecutive numbers, but you did not get them in order. You didn't roll them in order. So you win 20 times your chips bet.
20 times my chips back?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much is that? 20 times 600 is
a lot.
12,000.
Ooh. So I won 12,000 plus my 300?
Yes. No, that's total.
Total 12,000.
So you subtract 600 and then you add 12,000. All right, Martian Cat has arrived. Welcome. Saracel, Derpy. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hello.
Howdy, hey.
Martian Cat, definitely check her out. Very unique. I'm sure there are other streamers out there, although I've never seen any of them. But she does some really good. She does gameplay, which a lot of streamers do. But she also adds her own commentary and she plays with other people, and it's pretty funny to watch. But the cool thing that she does, I really like to watch her do, is her. It's called Choices, and it's basically the where you choose your own adventure books that they used to have, but it's with an app. She has different guest stars on with doing different voices and things. It's really good. It's definitely worth. Very entertaining. Very cool to watch.
Sounds good.
So check her out, Martian Cat with a K. All right.
Okay.
So you win 12,000.
Nice.
All right. So
Yeah,
just for
in the
I'm
realm.
so glad. Because there's no way I can mess with this.
Are you listening to me? So for kicks and giggles, I'm going to bet 400 and then call it good.
All right. So you've been there. So this will be 45 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay.
So the meeting was 11:30.
Come on.
Okay. All right. So was the 251? No, that was from your last roll. So 431, and I'll roll again. That's nothing. And 653 is nothing.
Okay. All right. So total, I netted 11,000. Cool. I got 11,000, you guys.
That's awesome.
Well, we're saying that we need that extra 10,000, and there you go.
We need.
And then I get to keep 1,000 for myself. Whoop whoop. All right, so
You're taking us to dinner for sure.
All right. So as she wraps up, or as
okay.
Twitch wraps up, um, that gives you guys about half an hour. You guys gonna be doing anything else during that time
No.
as you're getting ready for your meeting with Mr. Vestrani?
Wally was keeping an eye on the
Blink.
monkeys, so now he wants to give it a go. See if he can do anything.
Okay. So I'll say you can do it twice during that time. During that time, if you want.
Okay.
How much are you betting?
So right now I don't have any credits in the casino chips. What is?
You were just given 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He will go ahead and do blah, blah, like 3 no 200. He'll do 200 and try to
All
go
right.
at it.
So I need 3d6, and
Oh,
again,
look, pretty cool.
Oh, dang.
Oh, same back to back.
Same thing, I mean.
that's in different order. Yep.
There's got to
Alex
be
has no
something for
help.
that.
No.
Nope.
And then again he will do another 200.
Okay.
He's feeling lucky, even if he really shouldn't.
Oh, got a pair of
Oh,
threes.
got a pair of threes. A pair of twos.
All right. So you get your money back.
Well, that was fun, but I think Twitch is way more good at it.
And actually, I
Way
misread
more
this. This is
good.
original bet plus 1 times the chips bet. So
Yeah.
Twitch, you got an extra 300, and Bali, you got an extra 200
Oh,
from
okay.
what you just did. So you actually evened out Bali. So two identical numbers is your bet back plus whatever you bet.
Nice.
Okay. All right, I have adjusted my totals. Thank you.
Now remember, those are chips, not credits.
Correct.
So,
I have it listed
all right.
as
So
chips under my currency.
the time has come for you to meet Seagal. And so he's at one of the restaurants, and he
So,
invites you in to sit at his table. You see a couple guards standing off to the sides, the security, um, somewhat unobtrusively, but definitely within sight, um, about 10, 15 feet away, where they wouldn't be able to hear, but their presence is there. So this is just basically he runs, like I said, he runs the finances and basically the CFO. And so your goal with him was just to see, can you talk him down? She owes 75 grand. She says if you offer him 50, then more than
At
likely
least
they
a
will
little.
release the ship.
Right.
She will still be in debt, but they will more than likely release her
Right. Right.
collateral.
And I mean, 50,000 now is better than 75 that they maybe won't get,
True.
or that they'll have to put energy and manpower into getting.
Well, they won't. She doesn't want the ship back, and so let's. We're with the gentleman right now. Look,
Nice.
we represent the Midnight Corps, and we suspect there is some serious things going on farther into the sun, and we really need to get there. And I think the implications are that, everybody in this city, and well, maybe even beyond, may be in danger if we don't. Now, we've come to offer you, in good faith, 40,000 credits for the release of, what was it called? The Sundiver?
Yes.
The Sundiver into our custody.
All right. So I need um, two of you. So let's say Orindor and Zoya give me percentiles, and then Doc give me a diplomacy, and whoever's helping him, who is going to be helping him.
Bali would like to help.
Okay. So Bali, go ahead and roll your diplomacy, and anybody else, Orindor, I think you like
I'm
to help
trying.
with
Yeah,
those.
I'm getting it. I'm just getting my percentage there. And what's the other one?
All
You
right.
wanting a percentile? Is that what I
Yes.
heard?
Yes, please.
Okay.
What
All
was that?
right.
What
So
was the
that's the
helping
cloak.
category?
Thank you.
Diplomacy. I can. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna help. Come on, baby. Yeah.
All right. So Doc, you get a +4, and Twitch, go ahead and give me another percentile.
I never gave you one in the first place.
Well, I know
There
Zoya
you
did,
go.
and Zoya, by the
Okay.
way, the percentile is on the very end. You just click and drag it. After the D4 is a percentile.
Whoop.
Oh, you don't have to right click and do two.
Take the best one. Take the best one.
That's right. All right. So what did I write? Oh, I rolled too high. Okay. Oh, and so Drake, thank you so much. 301 biddies because he beat out Ship of Fools, who has 300 biddies. So Drake
Oh,
takes
That's why.
the number one spot, as Micah says, with those Tigo biddies. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Um, the all right, so he says, yes, I am. I have heard of you. I thought I recognized the Bugman here.
Wow.
the man.
So that I was wondering
Ooh.
if that was you all. Very nice. Well, while I am very sympathetic to your cause, I do have a business to run. You understand? I think. Let's see. What did you
Certainly.
roll?
And the Ship of Fools has donated 2 bits to take back that number one spot.
That's right. So Drake is now failing at life. Way down at number 2 now. All right. So with your 31, that is enough. So he says, yes, well, I do have a business to run, but for you all in this special circumstances, I believe we can release her collateral. But I would suggest, and he sort of looks over to where Lurian is sort of lurking in the background. I would suggest you tell your friend not to leave the burning archipelago. It would be a shame. It's very dangerous out there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to her and her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a veiled threat if I ever heard one.
I don't think it was
It
very
wasn't
veiled.
directed at us.
It will be released in 1 hour.
Awesome.
This one. Okay.
Was it?
After the transfer of credits, of course.
The arrangements.
Yay, I didn't have to spend my 10,000 that I won. Woo!
Holy snikes. Well, Martian Cat just shamed them both with 500. The overlord must be first, she says.
Wow.
So that is awesome.
More.
So Martian Cat jumps to the lead and takes the first place. Awesome. Thank you so much. So yes, you now have successfully released the um, ship, which means that, and because you didn't go the murder hobo route of breaking and entering and stealing the ship, which I was prepared for, you actually get a bonus in XP. So
Wow.
let me get that ready for
Nice.
you. And um, the Ship of Fools responds to Martian Cat with 200, so putting him back in the lead with 502.
It's a bit war. Let's go.
I
Martian
mean,
Cat said, "That's right, spend your money." That is awesome. He said the cheers sound is a little loud. Well, the good news is, or the bad news is, regardless of how loud it is, it doesn't happen very often. So it does work. It makes me jump every time somebody cheers more than I think it's 50 bits, uh, and the gunshot goes off.
it it scared the crap out of Steve because I'm in a different thing and he was like, "Please tell me that the gunshot was in the game and not in real life."
Yes, yes. So I have a jump scare for follows, for subscribers, and for bits. So if you guys want
Oh,
to see me, I don't react as much, but basically it breaks my chain of thought definitely.
yeah,
it's
it
And I
real
sort of
distracting.
scared the crap out of Steve. So
and this,
you know.
and it definitely affects me. So all right, all right. So getting back to what we were doing. Thank you so much for the biddy war. I appreciate it. And Jingo, the Ship of Fools has come out on top with 502.
We
That is
all win.
awesome.
Well, thank you guys.
Um, so anything else you guys wanted to do? So go ahead. Not even going to bother adding any credits to you because you pretty much used them all to release her, except for um,
Twitch has a
Twitch.
crap ton of chips, so yay.
So are you going to spend them? Are you going to divide them up with the group? Or are you going to turn them in? What are you doing with them?
I'm sure at some point in the near future we have to make it back to the Vestrani complex at some time. How many people are in our group?
5, including me.
5, including me. I can give 200 to everybody. 200 chips to everybody.
Okay.
Cool. That's fine.
Nice. That's mighty kind of you.
So is anybody turning those into credits?
Oh, we have to.
No, I'm just keeping them as chips.
Are you keeping them as chips?
Because what you can do
Yeah.
is you can turn them in there at the front desk and bank them. So and they just keep track of you. You have $200 credits whenever you come back. As
Let's say UPBs, or it's only credit for there.
Chips
it's
for there.
chips. Yep, it's chips.
Okay. All right.
And you can do the same with the rest of them if you want. Um, so just in your, here
So
we
to
go,
change my things.
click. So just make a note somewhere. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. So that's what it looks like. And you can just turn it in and they will hold it for you. And so on your character sheet, there's a couple places you can do it. You can do it under on the inventory page down in the bottom. You can just click, so like what Twitch did, next to where it says currency, you can click the plus symbol and say add item and just write chips. or Pastrani chips, whatever, and put in a number there, or you can go to your notes and make a note there as well. So
That wouldn't work.
either one of those will work. If you need help, let me know. All right, so anything else you guys want to do at a gaming complex before you all head back now that you have access to the ship?
No, I want to be done with this place.
Yeah. So, moving along with the doggy.
At some point before we leave, Bali wants to call Phil's com and hang out.
Okay.
I was muting myself and I turned the mic on.
So Phil is still at the gaming complex, so he can definitely meet up and eat or
Oh my
do
god.
games or go to the spa, whatever you two want to do.
Oh yeah, I found this real nice smoothie place earlier. Come on, I'll show you. We can try some of the flavors there. And then he like barely like waits for a response and starts like heading off that way, like maybe dragging Phil with him.
Nice. All right, and how long you gonna spend with him?
I don't know. Did you guys have like a hey, we want to meet back up by this time?
Nope.
And they're releasing the ship in an hour.
It's true. Like 45 minutes hanging out with his good friend Phil.
Go for it.
Sure. Go hang with Phil.
All right, so you get your fill of Phil, and
Oh my god.
My Phil meter is full.
are you letting? So all of you also get. So let me go to the party sheet. First of all, I'll do the XP. So that's 6 times that. Click. There you go. And then you also get your payment from Midnight Core.
Hey, money.
Woo! Making it rain.
All right, and there is an azimuth laser pistol in the party sheet. Are you guys selling it, or somebody want it?
Excuse me.
That an
It's just
amethyst
an
razor.
upgrade.
That's what I have, right?
It's a level 1 weapon. It's trash. We
Oh,
don't
it's
Yeah,
want it.
we don't
trash.
need
I
that.
don't want it.
Exactly.
If I'm remembering correctly, that was somebody's leftover weapon after they took a better one.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a
350 in
diplomacy
total.
check. Doc's the highest, so Bali and was it Orndor? Yeah, the two of you roll to see if we can help.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I can help. That's a 10.
That is a
Did
help.
I roll yet? Did I roll? Did it
No.
work?
All right, Tomic, have a good night. Talk to you in the morning.
Later, man. Nice. I think I helped.
All right, so that makes it 34% instead of 10%. So you guys get 119. There you go. Handful more credits. I can get rid of Vestrani Chip and Lurian Straza. So she comes with you guys and thanks you for your help. Says she's going to go get some more work to get some more credits so that she can come back and work off and get her pay off her debt. And and you find out later that she actually contracted with the Deep Cultures Institute. So she
Nice.
will have a steady income. She's a lead researcher on a team working to improve and duplicate the Sundiver's prototype technologies, as well as designing similar vessels.
Damn, they really didn't make her sign an NDA or anything. They were really like, hey, design this groundbreaking ship, and then, okay, bye. Hope you don't work with competing companies.
We don't know who funded the original ship, do we? She never said that.
Didn't she?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She did say the people
It
that
was the
funded it
cartel.
probably thought they would own it.
She didn't realize it
Oh,
at the time, but it was the one question you guys didn't ask. She had mentioned it earlier, but then if you brought it up again, she had clarified that it was. She didn't realize the not the DCI, the other group had been given a grant, an anonymous donation to help fund her research. So she just didn't really look that hard, didn't really care. She was able to do what she wanted to do. So this is the Sundiver.
Well, it does look like a pine cone.
And let me turn off the lights.
that it does.
She wasn't lying when she said it. She based it off of that.
Which way does it go though? What's the front and back?
And this
Just the
is
front.
the internal view. So as you
The pointed part of the ship goes first.
yes.
Makes sense. It's more aerodynamic.
Well, I understand based on her description of the whatever it was that I wasn't supposed to hear, I understood what she was talking about.
The Thicatite, yes, was what it's made of. So you can see the 4 different levels.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that's the side view to the left, and on the right are the 4 different levels as you're looking at them. And there are different hatches, little hatchways in between each level to go in between each level. Like I said, it's not huge on amenities. It's just a very to the point and succinct ship that, in theory, is awesome. And in the one time it's been in deeper, it was awesome and it worked. All right, so again, if any of you guys, I will be sharing them if we need them. I'm sure everything will be fine, and you probably will never have combat in this thing. But if you ever need it, you can want to look at it, grab that piezo symbol, and drag it down to one of your hotkeys if you like. And let's go to. All right, so as you guys start heading back, Nib contacts you, and for those of you who don't remember,
I remember Nib.
I don't.
where is there it is. Nib runs the Deep Cultures Institute, and so does anybody remember what the purpose of the Deep Cultures Institute is?
Isn't it to like?
Yeah.
Deep cultures. No, just
Isn't it like to
Exactly.
like investigate and like preserve the culture of the
deep.
the cultures on the sun, and then everybody thinks they're crazy because they don't know if there's something on the sun or not.
So these bubbles of the um, sun cities in the burning archipelago. This is the overall map again, um, and these were found pre-made, barren, empty, uh, and nobody knows who built them.
Very empty.
Same thing with the star portal that fell into the sun earlier in the adventure. Uh, Nobody knows where they came from or who built them, and is the belief of the Deep Cultures Institute that the people who built them, the race, civilization, the culture that built them, still exist, and they're actually deeper in the sun somewhere. That has been their theory all along, and so they've been doing research within these uh, at Stella Cuna and have been trying to find information. That's why they've been sending probes. They've been doing, and that's why when they got robbed, that's what was robbed. A lot of their information that they've found by sending these probes deeper into the sun, but they've never been able to send people. Well,
Yeah.
they most recently found out there is a city down there called Noma, Noma, and that's why you were after the Sundiver to go to Noma. Also, the reason at one anybody who has telepathic community. By the way, Zoya, I think you do too, don't you? Let's see, Zoya. Where are you on the comet tracker? There you are. No, maybe not.
Telepath.
Um,
I have a like a spell
this
for
is
telepathic
okay.
communication, I think, but I
Right.
don't
So
think I have that ability.
I thought you were naturally telepathic. So Lashunta and um, there are a couple other races that can speak telepathically. They have always had this unease when they come to the burning archipelago, and you know that just before the far portal fell, it was like this blast of telepathic power came out and rendered all of them at the far portal station were knocked unconscious, and it was even felt out as far as Abalon, the nearest planet, felt this psychic wave come out. And so you guys are trying to find out what's going on. Where did this psychic wave come from? What happened to the far portal station? Stuff like that. So that's what your goal in life is, and why you're trying to go to Noma. All right. Let me get rid of this map. So now you guys have returned to the Deep Cultures Institute, and so we have supplies for you. You got to go meet with our official supplier. Nib says as you guys come into the headquarters, and explain that you have the ship and everything. She's clearly very excited, and um, she takes you down below in the DCI. You guys have been there a couple times for getting basic, staples and post-its and stuff like that, but you haven't really been into the storage room before. You just been sent there to get some stuff.
Okay.
And so as you guys get down there, you see that you are in a long room, and you see this another gray-furred Isoki is there, and she's sort of wandering through and using her communicator and looking at scanning something, looking at it, scanning something else, looking at it again. She's taking inventory as she's walking along, and then you can see that she has something in her cheek pouches. Uh, those of you mechanically know that you can keep one bulk of items in your cheek pouch of your Isoki. And so, for example, a grenade or a laser pistol is 1/10 of a bulk. So you could keep 10 grenades or 10 laser pistols or 10 different things in your cheek
That's
pouches
frightening.
if you're a Isoki. um,
You could put like my entire sword or my entire shield in that cheek pouch and it'd just be there. That's weird.
I can't see you getting that shield into your mouth.
Meanwhile, Bali's kind of glancing at that shield, like thinking about trying it.
all right, so as she comes down there, she says, "This is Baron. She'll set you up." And Baron sort of stops, looks up, looks over towards you guys, shifts whatever's in her cheek pouch over again, sort of walks towards you. DCI is willing to grant you 5,000 credits for supplies. Tell me what you need and I'll acquire it and log it. That way we'll have a record of what burns up with you.
She sounds like how I feel inside sometimes.
I reckon we should spend a bulk of that on healing, as we don't have a true healer in the party.
I think that's a good idea.
I think maybe if
second
we
idea.
maybe if
Everybody
we
look at
needed
your
something
primary weapon.
get
If your weapon is a 1 or a 2 in level, you might want to consider upgrading that.
Most definitely.
So she types up a thing and turns the screen towards you, and a list of items come up. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize those were hidden. Does it say? No, it doesn't tell you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing one. Zoya. Zoya. All right. Well, hopefully you already knew this because of my outstanding role-playing abilities, but you can tell that she is bored and unimpressed with you guys.
she's like, yeah, these guys are gonna go die.
We're on a mission to die, lady. Leave us alone.
Well, I mean, I think it might be a good use of our resources to get some sort of protection from the heat, right? I mean, we'll be in that ship, but we might not be in that ship all the time, right?
I think if we have to come out of that ship, we're just done.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't think there's anything that we can buy that is going to save us if that ship comes apart. We're just done.
That's fair, actually.
All right. So, um, as you guys are doing that, she's walking back, and she messing around in the back, and she comes back up. And you're gonna get. I'm loading onto the ship a survey drone enhanced with a camera and a shotgun microphone. I have a data pad, and she puts up there, and you can tell those of you who are trained know that it's a hardened tier 2 computer with a control module for the drone. It also has a secure data storage. The drone runs on solar power, which is expected to be in ample supply in Noma, so it and its scanners don't need batteries. This is DCI property. I'm issuing them to try to get as much data as we can from Noma, and you must return both, presuming you make it back. She has Doc sign for it.
Okay.
So I'll put that in the party sheet.
What was it again?
So it's a data pad. I'm going to put to operate the survey drone and the survey drone itself. So I would presume your Twitch would be the one who would take those, but I'm not. Whatever you guys
Yeah,
want to do.
I think the person
do
that's
the,
best with
do
those
the right
should
thing.
probably have them.
What was I taking?
The survey drone
For
and
time
the
in the bathroom.
data pad to control it.
What
Okay.
kind of a skill would that be?
Engineering.
Pickpocket.
I don't know what Twitch's is, but mine's a plus 12.
Wow.
What was the skill?
Engineering. Sorry.
Wow. That's
Mine's
amazing.
a plus 14.
Okay, yeah, you can take that then for sure.
Yeah, he's a mechanic. He also gets bonuses and stuff.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
All right, so you guys can look around. You can get anything with up to level 7.
It's level 7.
You're also going to get 4 bulk worth of Sikatite for the Sundiver and a Mark III culinary synthesizer for your
Oh, nice.
galley, along with 300 UPBs for synthesizing food and drink. If you spend them on anything else, then you won't be able to eat.
Who wants food anyway?
I do.
I
I
do.
want one.
I do too, yeah. I gotta eat
And with
something.
the Mark III, we can get some real tasty stuff.
All right, so one place I would suggest if you are not familiar with it, the Archives of Nethys is a great website, and that is spelled. I don't remember the actual of Nethys. I don't remember the actual website, but if you search Archives of Nethys, it works for Pathfinder, Pathfinder 2, and Starfinder, and it's amazing. It has a lot of information, much easier to search through than going through the items here. There it is, aonsrd.com. So you also can spend any of your own monies. Zoya, you have, let's see if I put it in here already. Yeah, so you have 900.
7. Oh,
So you,
900 now?
yeah, so you have 1,600 total of credits and UPBs together.
I don't remember what is the difference between UPBs and credits. Sorry about the voices going.
So UPBs are universal polymer base, and basically they're tiny Legos, and they're used to make anything. So if you're on a ship by yourself and you're an engineer and you have access to a work lab or a table, then you can make a laser pistol. You can repair your upgrades to your armor.
Oh,
If you're a
that's
mystic,
cool.
you can use UPBs to make healing serums or things like that. The difference is if you make it yourself, it has 10% better hit points than things that you buy. Other than that, they're the same price as they would be if you purchase them. And
Okay.
if you're on a ship and you have credits, you can't do anything with those credits. But if you have UPBs, you can make them. Also, you can go into a store and just can them, just pile of UPBs as credits. So,
Oh, damn. Okay, gotcha.
All right. I want to spend 2,500 of that budget on 4 Mark II healing and 10 Mark I healings.
all right.
Mark II healings
Body sheet.
does 3d8 hit points. The Mark I healing does 1d8.
So they actually,
They do d4s
for
instead.
mine they do the D4s. I don't know. Let me find items, images, quests. There it is, items. All right. So I gotta find my serums to make sure you guys get the good stuff.
Right.
Is it okay if I want to buy something, I pick it out later? My brain's
Yep.
not going to compute any of that right now.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the Archives of Nethys. So
Okay. All right. Thank you.
you'll have 2 weeks if you guys want to grab stuff. Look at the Archive Nethys, make a note. Look at how much you have available to you. You'll also
That
have,
was
as a
the
party,
NCPs.
2,500. Say again?
That was the items page that you're just talking about.
Yes. All right, so
For where,
here's your
for where
Mark
you get the
1s.
information. Okay.
So you said 10 Mark 1s?
I'm going to spend 2,500 on 10 Mark I's and 4
Okay.
Mark II's. If you want to put those in the
There you
party
go.
sheet, and
I
then
did.
people can
And
take
then,
them, keep some on you. I can deliver them via syringe without missing.
yeah, he can
So I'm
shoot them
going to
at you.
take some of them myself. I already have some of my own.
You said 4 Mark 2s, 10 Mark
Yes.
1s. All right, there you go. They're in the party sheet. So go ahead and make a note on wherever you're keeping track of the party funds.
I'll probably just take 1 or 2 of the Mark 1s.
If none of you have it, and so Zoya, you have one already, but another good buy is a uh, augmented crystal, which will improve your stats. They're called personal upgrades, and a Mark 1 is 1,400, and it will give you a +2 to any stat. So
Yeah.
those are good to go. They have 3 different flavors. You can get the technological, magical, or biological. They all do the same thing. They just flavor of how they work. So if you want to boost to any particular stat, strength, dex, con, etc., that's one way of doing it if you have an extra 1,400 credits laying around.
I do.
Which we don't right now,
I don't know.
right?
You have to look at your inventory and see how much money you have.
We have
You have
I'll put,
650 right now.
and that's accurate.
Orndor does. 656 to be exact.
Okay, I made it down to 200. I wasn't sure if we got any more. Anyway, I was
Guys,
hoping
so
to upgrade
serums of
my.
healing, Mark II, you guys need to have some of those on you. And the Mark
Okay,
I's.
let's see if
Everybody take at least one more of the Mark I's.
it's a serum of healing.
Yeah, it's
I
basically
have
it's
I have
like
6
an
of them already.
EpiPen of healing.
Okay,
Anybody
but
can use it. You just stab yourself in the leg.
all right.
3
So I have
right
6
now.
of them
So.
then. I can take more then.
I have 3, so I don't know how many you want everybody to take, but that's
Everybody should have at least 1 or 2 on them just in case. You
yeah.
know, it's good to have that spread around.
All right. Well, I'm good with stealth and If I need to sneak around and inject some people, I can do that if you're incapacitated.
Well, if I send my squawks out, he can go through your pockets and find the one on you and use it on you.
Right.
Hmm.
I have 6 of them now.
That's good. You
Ugh,
should.
Well, my
he won't
laser
have to look
pistol
quite as hard
is
to find
Yeah,
them.
we don't have an
4,000.
actual healer, an actual mystic. I can do some healing, but these potions are going to go a long way to keeping us on our feet, and so they do need to be spread around.
Right, right. Yep.
And I
Well,
will
whatever,
do
whatever you
my
gotta do.
best to make sure that you don't need that healing.
There you go. How kind of you. Sweet tea.
Maybe Bully should take another serum of healing, just
Considering he's the meat shield, you know.
considering he's the meat shield.
Yeah.
This little 3 foot, he's just a little guy. Yet somehow he's like front line and somehow he's really good at like actually blocking stuff. It's weird.
He's like that one like child that's just really good at being in the way all the time.
Yeah. He's constantly at your feet. Like
Yep. Like
like
Winston.
a dog. Like he's always right at your feet.
Yep. Like Winston. Legit, the first thing that happened with my dad the minute we got home was he tripped
Tripped
over
over the
Winston.
dog.
Yep.
Are we taking a break or not?
Nope, we're done in 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so any last minute things besides purchasing, which we can hand wave, and I would also suggest most of you try to switch your credits to UPBs.
That's a thing
Okay.
you can do.
Is that a one-to-one kind of thing?
It is.
Okay.
Yep, you go as long as you're in like a city or things like that. Once you get on that ship, who knows how long you're going to be in the ship. If you're in the ship with access to UPBs, you can't make like food, although you do have a synthesizer to do that. But
So
you
if
can
I'm,
make other stuff.
if I'm swapping out my rifles, I sell the one that I got and then I purchase the other one, correct? Is that how that works?
Well, selling is 10%. If you use like Doc's stuff, he was able to get 34% last time he sold stuff. So if you're just selling it straight across without trying to haggle, it's 10%
Yeah,
of
we
the
got to
value.
barter, man. We got to barter.
Yeah,
That's what
maybe
we
we
gotta
all
do.
go on our shopping trip together so that we can all barter together.
Yes.
Yes, if
What
there's anything you
what
don't
skill
want,
is bartering?
throw it into diplomacy. If there's anything you
So,
don't want, you can throw it in a party sheet, and we
okay.
can all sell it together, like the Zoya did with the laser pistol, or whoever did with the laser pistol.
Okay.
I mean,
So it is a 1-to-1 ratio, correct? So then if I just
For UPBs and credits, yes, you can just change the numbers. I trust you guys.
7
woohoo!
Well, how do I? Oh, there it went. Okay. And then
I know what happened there.
It's still good to have like some credits though, right?
It's totally up to you. The only difference with UPBs is you can't transfer UPBs electronically. But
Okay.
so if you needed to pay for something that was not
You
in
need an
person,
Amazon order, then you
exactly.
can do it.
If you're not doing it in person, then you would need credits. Otherwise, you can walk into a store and use UPBs just fine, and you
Okay.
can vice versa.
Exactly.
Well, considering we're gonna be on a ship, I don't think any Amazon orders are gonna be happening anytime.
Right, Uber Eats in the
Uber Eats.
solar
Gosh.
space.
I have
Uber Eats.
unfortunately discovered that, and it's horrible because now that's more what I do at work. Not be.
I'm just
Ugh.
too cheap. I had a hard time before Uber Eats and all those just having pizza delivered because the extra $3. So
Yeah.
I just can't. I
And
can
now he has
say
a
I've never done Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub or any of those because I'm too cheap.
I
he'd
normally
rather
am
just
too.
buy and have somebody else fly and go grab the food.
You
Exactly.
know, if I had that choice, I definitely would.
I've
It
done
is very
carry out a
nice when
few
I
times.
don't have enough food and need to eat lunch,
That's
though.
right. I do use the apps all the time, but anyway, Doc, you grabbed a dueling sword. I don't know that you meant to.
I had accidentally dropped it into the
Oh, okay.
party chat and then grabbed it back
Okay.
because I was having trouble dropping things into the party chat, so I grabbed it to test.
All right. And like I said, may want to check through your stuff because there are some odd things in there, Ada blossoms and uh, some odd dust, some curiosity pillows, and
Oh.
curtain.
Curiosity pillows? What is that?
They are special pillows that they found on the ship that are worth a lot of money to collectors because they're from the plane of fire.
Oh,
Weird.
Just
Huh.
throw
I get,
pillows, but with fancy different designs so they could be sold.
Ah.
How much were the Mark II serums?
They're
they're
425
expensive.
each.
They're how much
425 each.
each?
Ugh.
Remember,
I bought 4 of them using the party treasure I have. Actually, I hope somebody else grabbed one. I have 4 of them on.
I grabbed one.
All right,
For
because I
what?
grenades are
Mark
The
II
half
Mark.
price,
healings.
and that's for selling and for buying,
Really?
because grenades are insanely overpriced in this. So that's one of the homebrews of this things. Yeah, so critical
Grenades are overpriced and
fumble
underpowered, in
tables,
my opinion.
improved healing serums. The CMDs are +4, not +8. You reroll an issue every round. Grenades are half the cost and value. And then we are playing as long as there are 3 players. Missing players will have their players' characters played. Those are the homebrew rules that I have set up for this table. Besides, the healing serums are different.
Okay, question. You gave me the survey drone. What was the computer that went with it? Is that the computer idle?
No, it says
It's in the party chat.
datapad. It says datapad survey drone.
Okay, there it is. Thank you.
Yep.
I just want them together.
While you're on Archives of Nethys, you can also look at augments. So
That's the cool stuff like I have with the headpiece and the nano skin,
see,
right?
yeah, you have the personal upgrade that improves your wisdom by 2. You have the data jack, so you can plug directly into computers and things. You also have the dermal plating, so you have this ceramic plates under your skin that gives you a bonus to that absorbs damage when you get hit.
I'm sure that's really cool, but that just doesn't sound very comfortable in real life.
It's
But isn't
under
it
the
all
skin. You don't even notice it
integrated?
anymore. After the first
Isn't it all
week, you start.
integrated into her body and stuff?
Yes, it's under her skin.
And she did this herself, right?
Yes, she
Yeah.
paid for it to be done. Yes, you can
Okay.
cut off your legs and get the spider legs, which are 4
Yikes.
mechanical legs that you can climb up walls with.
Yeah, turn
Oh
Bali
boy.
into a 6-legged guy or
Si-
6-armed
Eight.
guy, 2
Yeah.
legs, 2 6 arms, and 8 legs.
There are only 4.
There's only 4.
They only have 4
6
legs.
arms and 4 legs.
Anyway, so there's lots of different augmentations you can have. You can also get um, things for your weapons. So things that will make them teleport to your hands or do damage to ghosts. Instead of doing half damage, you can do damage to ghosts. Or you can make all your weapon damage holy for evil creatures, stuff like that. So lots of different things you can do, and the Archives of Nethys has it set up to where it's easily searched and labeled and everything. So anyway, as you guys load up the ship, get everything set up, um, like I said, I still highly suggest you look through all of your inventory and sell the stuff you don't need, because you guys are carting around a bunch of stuff that
That's pretty much
you
true.
were going to
Y'all
sell.
might be.
By you
But us
all, I mean
newbies
like
have nothing.
Orindor and Twitch, and
Orders. Orders are the
are
grades sometimes, though.
so. Um, you find out that there is an AI in the ship.
Wow.
Ooh. I have enough space back though. Anything can go in there. Okay, what is that?
All right, so as you guys climb into the ship and get ready to go, um, the hatch closes behind you, and who's going to be your pilot? Oh, let me find the ships.
You sure we can't
Aha,
like
you are there.
recruit Phil to be our pilot? I think he might be better than all of us.
Have I
I'll
put
even
anything?
maybe.
Let's see. I'm
Coughing.
at a.
But,
Oh, excuse you. I'm at a +9 for piloting right now.
Got a +2 and 0 ranks.
I only got that much because I put ranks into it, I think.
All
I
right,
got 3
so
ranks.
Twitch is a +5 and Zoya is a +9. And then we have a couple threes and a 2 as far as
Ugh.
piloting is concerned.
I
So
guess I'm the pilot, so this will be interesting.
go Zoya.
Let's go. You just want me to roll a piloting check?
nope,
Or not
I
yet?
just need
Okay.
to
Know who
ship
it
combat
was.
tracker. I gotta put you that
Piloting. I have +3 at, and then cut it.
there and add this to your ships. All right, and there's the Sundiver. Did it work? Did it work? No, I have to add you to the ship. Let's see.
I am one with the ship.
All right, come on, people.
How do I take something out of my inventory and put it in a party sheet?
Same way you got it into your inventory. Grab the little
You
symbol
drag
and
and
drag
drop.
it and drop.
Drag the Paizo symbol from what?
I did that twice. I must be doing something wrong.
Go slow
Thank you.
because sometimes the table can't keep up.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's a princess. It needs to be treated that way.
You gotta let Fantasy Grounds know that it's special.
Yeah.
Very
All
good.
right, what is going on here? Ships. Midnight Core. Okay, that worked. Oh, I know what it is. Party sheet. Ships. There it is. Okay.
By the way, guys, make sure that when you go into your inventory, you say that you are now carrying your the rest of your weapons that were in at the front desk of the hotel. Might want to have those.
Yeah, if you turned in any of your weapons, that is correct.
I'm pretty sure all my stuff just ended up being 1, even though I didn't technically have it.
Ooh.
There it is. All right, so Bali is on the Sundiver. Twitch is on the Sundiver. Doc is on the Sundiver. Can I pull you from the combat tracker and do it? Let's see.
Yes.
Zoya.
I hope I'm on the Sundiver. I'm told I'm piloting it.
Orndor. Well, that's what
Remote
data pad is
pilots it.
for.
Remote piloting system.
Sorry guys, I'm not going into the sun. Have fun though.
Don't die. Well, you know that one character thinks we're basically dead anyway, so it's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
I don't think they would judge you if you chickened out of this death trap.
So I'm going to pull it up on the stream so you guys can watch. If you want to quickly go to open up your character sheet, and on the bottom, if you don't have it expanded enough, just underneath spells, there's another hidden tab. It says ships. Click on that.
Ooh, now there's 2 ships in there.
And now you will see Sundiver. All of you are passengers right now. So go ahead and click that down arrow and put yourself in a role that you want.
Wait, where is this?
Good at any of these.
So on your character sheet, underneath the spells tab, below it, there's another one that says ships. Click it. And then click the down arrow and you will see.
I am the captain.
So
No, you are the pilot.
Pilot.
No, I am the pilot. There you go.
there you go. So
In my
now
head, those are the same things.
that you have,
They are not.
so since you're the only one here who had not actually, Bali, were you involved with the ship combat before?
No, I don't
You
think
haven't,
Bali
but
was.
Dendron has, right?
Dendron has, yes.
Okay. So, Zoya, if you want to go ahead and, now that you've selected the pilot role, you'll see there's a black bar underneath the word actions. If you click that, it will then fill
Open role
the
actions.
page. And you see all the different things you can do as a pilot. And there are various, so you have actions and minor actions. And then there, if you don't know what anything does, so for example, it says flip and burn, well, or back off, stunt. If you cover over the little square next to it, it'll tell you what it
Answer
does.
that question. That's fantastic. It's a dummies book. I
And
love
then
it.
all you have to do is go over to the blue dot on the right where it says CHK. Click that button, and it will then roll for you, telling you whether or not you succeed or fail. So initiative 21, yep. That's not a succeed or fail, but everything else has DCs.
Yeah, okay.
And the bonus is the ship's bonus. So even though you see a +2, you're like, wait a minute, my piloting is 8 or whatever it is.
9, yeah. I see a +9 in the bonus, so.
Oh, there you go. So yeah. So that's because yours is higher than my example on the stream. So
yeah.
there you go. And so we'll go into that in more detail if there's any ship combat. I'm sure you don't have to worry about it because you're the only ship that can go into the sun.
That we know
It
of.
says now, which we're all just like, bet, man.
But at least this lets me know where you are. The science officer does the scanning. So you guys should have a science officer, and that uses computers. So whoever is good at computers besides the pilot should be good at piloting. So
yeah,
if you don't have one,
Oh, okay.
where's my
It would be me.
hairbrush? Ship combat tracker, Sundiver. No, party sheet. That's what I want. Party sheet. Ship. All right, here we go. So we have 2 captains, a passenger, a pilot, and a science officer. There we go.
I was just
Chief
looking
mate,
at.
captain, passenger. Perfect. So Orndor, you need to pick your spot. There can be more than one science officer. You could be engineer. There's also a magic officer. So there's lots of different roles you can take. Zoya, if you're not going to be doing fancy things, then you don't need a pilot. So you could also jump in as magic officer or gunner, um, engineer, any science officer. You can pick another
Yeah, I was
role.
gonna say that'd be fun too.
I
Yeah.
think with the exception of the captain and the pilot, you can have multiple people
Correct.
in
Yeah,
each role.
covering most of
And
it.
you can only assume the pilot or the captain role if the current pilot or captain gives it up.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So the pilot, you can't just push the pilot out of the way. They have to
Say, hey,
choose to
watch
give it up.
this.
Then the only reason I'm taking the captain role is I have the best diplomacy checks, and
Yep.
Yeah.
captain uses that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the
Okay.
captain can do some really pretty cool stuff for your crew or against the other crew if you're fighting actual ships. Um,
Oh, that's cool.
he can demoralize them and intimidate them and do stuff like that. So captain is also cool role. All right, so with that, you guys set your course, Zoya, and hold on to your butts, y'all, says Sunday, the ship's computer. Here we go. And he takes off, uh,
Nice.
and the solar plasma surrounds the vessel. Low hum fills the interior. You see the sun divers channeling forces around the ship and through its systems, siphoning a portion as power. And you think it's probably from where you're supposed to be going, it's going to take you 4 to 6 days. And we will pick up here as you guys start heading deep into the sun in 2 weeks.
Sounds
Wow.
like fun.
Very good.
So thanks for playing with me, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks
Thanks for
again
doing this, man.
for the bit war between Martian Cat and Drake Takes and Jingo, and the Ship of Fools. I really appreciate it very much. Um, don't forget the others who use, and I also appreciate those who spent points today. I think we got everything except, nope, we did get everything. We got everything. So um, thanks again for hanging out with us. Come back Wednesday and Thursday for some D&D action, and then next Sunday we're doing the Dead Sons campaign with new player and a much higher group. They are level 11, so come back and check them out. Whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Night, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.